Hey, how's it going, guys? Market opens in about 8 minutes. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, what's up, guys? Market is about to open in 4 minutes. What are y'all thinking? Oh, here's some of the AI news. I don't know if you guys were reading along with me, but positives. Oop, looks like market's going to be up in a second, so we will pause on that. The end of the market, pretty green. So a bit interesting market open. Whether we maybe continue higher or not. Market opens in 1 minute. What are y'all's thoughts? Higher, lower, neutral, chop? I think we maybe go up. Maybe not on open though. Kind of have a nice just support up. I mean, we were down today, but we pretty much just retraced the gap up overnight, so. And then we supported it. Yep, gap
Order filled.
up.
Order submitted.
See what the market wants to do here. Oh, I'm in micros. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna cut that and go over.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted.
Alright, well, just starting. Kind of messed up and I was in micros. I was meant to be in minis, but we switched. All as well.
Order filled.
Get a little pump up here. So kind of thought was, I mean, it's a pretty neutral so far. Getting a nice little push up. That's nice. It's kind of what I was expecting and hoping. Just based off of more of a macro level. We gapped up overnight. Uh, Went a little higher through the New York, but ultimately we couldn't push higher. We rejected down, filled the gap, and then at some point we got that support from that gap fill, and it looked like the market was happy that that gap was filled and started moving up in the last hour of the market, um, with about a halfway recovery from the high. Um, So, I mean, not completely bullish that we didn't like completely retrace all the way back up to the high, but still a pretty nice recovery. Thinking maybe we could go higher tonight. But we'll see ultimately. That was just kind of my thought process. We'll see how that 32 level kind of reacts. I might.
Order
Might be a
submitted.
little resistance here at like the 38.40 level. Market's just opening, so I mean it might be a little choppy for a little bit. Unless we just go off to the races, that could happen too. What are your guys' thoughts? Of about 10 points, roughly. Coming back down, looks like a little bit. That was kind of my thought that maybe that resistance kind of on top would make it hard to push, especially right away. But so here at the 32s, it's like 17 points roughly.
Order filled.
No. Yeah. Just under 300 profit, so pretty good. Happy with that. Nice trade. Never was really down. Fumbled a little bit up in trading in mini micros versus minis, but thankfully it wasn't supposed to be the opposite. It wasn't a trade that was meant for micros that I put minis on. So could have been a lot worse. Caught it pretty quickly. Not a big deal. Just wasted money and fees, I guess. But oh well. There's a 180 lot at the 40 level on Bookmap on NASDAQ. I'll see if we can't push right through that or not. Oh, it's filled. It just filled. This is ES. It just filled. 213 contracts there. And if we go over to the chart, you can see 169 right here. So someone bought that. That's probably pretty bullish then. Someone tried to took it all out. But we'll see. Little pump down here. Looks like a 100 some lot came up at the 50 level. and some came in at the 23,590 level. Let's see if we can get in at. This is kind of asking a lot, but let's see if we can get in at 17.
Order submitted.
Might not happen, but if it does, it's kind of like a session low. It gives us a nice, really clean entry if it does, where we could either just take a stop if it doesn't work, or we could average, but average from a lower point. I'm happy. I'm here. Happy Thursday. Okay, ProFast guy. I'm here. Happy Thursday. I can never make it on the charts right at 6. Trying to get dinner in the air fryer now. I think we retraced back up overnight. Had a rough trading session. We'll be listening. We'll be listening for a couple minutes. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Kind of thinking. Kind of from a macro level that we. Yesterday, we moved up in the overnight session, creating a gap to the downside. We filled that gap, and then at some point towards the end of the day, we found support. We had a nice move back up, and now we could continue on that because it's not like we went all the way back up. So, not a bad pattern that could be working out. And when you look at let's look at the daily, moving up right now. Like, if you look at the candle from yesterday, like, it's kind of bullish, actually. Like, yeah, it's a little wicky on both sides and kind of more on the upper side, but it's still green. Ended green. People just look at the fact that the market went down most today, but it started pretty high. Versa, what's up, all? I'm driving but listening. Nice, nice. So market doing well. We're kind of sandwiched between 180 lot at 550 and 40 lot at 42. What's gonna break first? Kind of like a move to the downside short term, but meh. Not sure the market wants to give me that, or us that. Just under $300 in 5 Tradeify funded accounts. So, trying to be smart. Need to think about what I want my profit to be in those accounts tonight/today as a whole. So tomorrow as well, or tomorrow before 5 p.m. Let me look at what I ended up getting exactly in those accounts. From today. Looks like we're gapping up. Filled those contracts. I'm gonna try a short
Order submitted.
if we get filled soon. So just about 4,800. So problem with Tradeify is they have consistency. So you need to be at 35% consistency, which means 13,806 roughly I need to get them to now. So 13,806 minus 4832 is roughly what I did on that count. And trading days needs to be at least 6 more trading days, so divide that by 6. So I should be trying to target roughly $1,500 a day or more, just because of consistency purposes. Not that I need it to get the payout. Only need a minimum profit required 5,100. I thought it was 9,000, but regardless. That's what it says though, 5,100. But it doesn't matter anymore anyways, because I had the winning day of today at 4,800. So at the end of the day, now I have the consistency I have to get. So I don't want to make more than 4,800. Again, that's gonna just make me have to work even harder, make even more money. But I could do like 3,000, 4,000, 4,500. That's all fine. That's gonna make it. That's all good. But I should be targeting 1,500 to 4,800, no more. And if I have some days that are more towards
Order filled. Order submitted.
More towards the 4,000 area, then I can maybe relax on a few days and only like trade to 200 to meet that objective as well. Versa, I lost the 900 I made during Asia last night back to break even. Well, that sucks. But at least you're back to break even. Could be worse. That's one good thing about the Halcyon no consistency rule. Yeah, all firms have their pros and pluses. Consistency rules, I mean, I in general, like, any rule sucks, but in some ways they can be beneficial. Like, some rules are like, they actually do help you like control your trading. So like, instead of me trying to go for a $20,000 day and potentially blowing up, I'm only looking to make 1,500 today. And if I happen to end up making a little bit more, great. But then I'm going to get to the point where I make 4,800 and I'm like, okay, hard stop, I'm done. Like, having that ability to just be like, those like mindsets and rules of like, okay, I got to a good place, I'm done. That's nice. So sometimes rules can be beneficial actually, even though we don't like them. I think the bigger thing that kind of is a drawback of a lot of firms now is not the consistency rule. It's more of the limited payout. So if I make $50,000, the max payout I can request is $3. Like, it doesn't really matter how much you make. You can only take maybe a max of 3,000 or a certain amount based on the account size. That's more of a shitty rule to me. Which Tradeify has that, but a lot of firms have that now. Um, but I think Tradeify is a good company in general, and they do pay. They pay quickly once you get to the approved payout. They do, like, I believe it's RiseWorks, which is like, it's scary how quick it is. Like, it's in your account, like, transferred like minutes, it seems like, if not instantly. It's pretty insane. So that's pretty nice working with that sort of company that can get your money in, literally in your hands, to start spending or to do whatever you want to do with it, like, instantly. Um, Even if it's just to look at, it's nice. Um, and I believe now on Tradeify you can have up to 5 live accounts. So that's kind of my thought with trying to get 5 funded accounts, was to try to get them all moved to live eventually. And at that point, all these consistency, blah 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 rule doesn't really matter. You just get the profit. You get your profit split, and they get their split, and everybody happy. Like, unless you go bottoms up, then you're a little mad, but. Short right now. Not looking to get a huge trade out of it, but just something. Trying to take it to the 46s. Yeah, yes, I don't like the payout rule. Yeah, I feel like that's more of a shitty rule, just because, like, you can make 100,000 and you'll never get it. Um, Granted, I do understand the logic behind you have to cap payouts, because if somebody is trading on Sim and they make $1 million on 5 accounts, and that's $5 million, and they don't have any cap, like, you make they're not gonna be, they can't afford to pay that, like, realistically. So they either go bottoms up, and, like, now they have no business. I just don't think these prop firms have that sort of capital laying around to dish that big of payouts, especially to one person, and still be able to stay in business. So some of that is understandable, but to limit it to such a small, like, well, I mean, that's 3,000 is not a small amount per account, but it can be seen as that, I guess. But I guess again, rules can be beneficial when you're only when you can only take 3,000 out, and maybe you're making
Order filled.
10,000. That's a recipe to not lose the account. So with that account, that trade went through up to 443 now. So already about 2/3, just under two or one third of the way to that 1,500 ish profit goal that I should be aiming for per day. And we're just kind of relaxing, not gonna go in heavy here. I do think it should be more long biased tonight, for now, but obviously the market will do what it wants to do. That's just my opinion. But I'm going to wait. I don't feel like jumping in here. Are you guys long right now, or what are you guys in? Long from 21.50. Nice. Yeah, and like if you're long from that area, I mean, if you're bullish, depending how many contracts you have, maybe you consider taking something off the table now, but um, you could really just set a stop loss maybe at like 25 just so you lock in something no matter what and just let it ride. Hope we keep going up. That could be something that you could do that would keep you from losing money and potentially get you making a good bit. And I say that you keep it that way until the market tells you otherwise. You don't want it to just roll back to that if you're 100 points long, up at a certain point. Take profit 565. Okay, you're almost there. The one thing I would like warn you, you look at the book map. Oh, and we went right through it. But you see these huge, large orders. Sometimes taking profit right before that, or can be smart just because sometimes the market's gonna get to these levels and then reject from them. Not always, but it can happen.
Order submitted. Order. Order submitted.
I probably shouldn't have did that market order. I was trying to get in up here at 68.25. But I think it might work out. I'm not asking for a lot, just about 6 points roughly, 6 points. So about to fill actually. Ooh, got a little support at 55, unfortunately. Going for the 4-hour level up there. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna move it up to like it's almost 4 points. I just don't like it.
Order filled.
Didn't get a good entry. It's best just to get out of that trade. I rushed into it, so I'm gonna rush out and take the few bucks I got out of it. It wasn't much. That was not a good trade. Just because it worked out doesn't mean it was good. I think we roll. At least I think we roll. Maybe test this high again. I see that happening more likely than us flushing. My opinion.
Order canceled.
Just going for the 4-hour. Felix Torbillo, you said you're just going for the 4-hour level up there. Is that like your strategy to trade more off 4-hour levels, or just you found a trade and you found a level on the 4-hour that you were just targeting just because you thought it would work based off something? Or is that just like mainly your strategy, is the 4-hour? I trade breakouts. Yeah, and that's why I was asking. I was like, you're probably had a different reason for entry, and that you found a level of resistance or something like that to justify your exit, maybe. I'll be right back, guys. I got some food in the oven. All right, I'm back. Which, oh, Joey Parente, Nick is the goat. Thanks, man. Um, looks like a lot of sellers are coming in at this level. Should we go for the short? Let's try
Order
it.
submitted. Order filled.
59. Maybe. Well, that was 58 I got in.
Order submitted.
I'll add at 60.
Order submitted.
Maybe kind of silly trade. Nothing healthy. Pizza. Got my crushed red pepper. And ranch. Yeah, it's good. Not healthy, but good. Pepperoni and ranch is the move. Yeah, it's good. It's DiGiorno. It was on sale. One thing to note on the order dom, and it don't necessarily mean anything, but this 23,575 is a 400 watt, and everything that was been previous was like 100 watt or 100 something. That might be a little harder to get through that 400 watt. That's a little bit more of a serious sell. That is a 400 lot short, right? I mean, 400 sellers. Whether they're shorting is a different question. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's hard to know if they're people who are positive one contract, or it's hard to know if they're people that are positive contracts that are selling for profit, or if they are people with that are short, even shorting more, or people that are at zero shorting. Um, but nonetheless, there's 400 contracts for sale there. Um, Heck yeah, I can tear me up some pizza. Um, there is also long-term resistance at that level. Yeah, and that, I mean, without even like looking at that, like the level 2 tells me that like it's a 25, 50, 100, 75. Those are all like numbers that normally kind of are harder to get through. Um, so that for one, it being that big of a cell block there, and then like you just said, when you look on the chart, you see some. I see it on the higher time frame, on the 1 hour. Looks from maybe last Thursday or Friday. Kind of hard to see on that graph right now, but yeah, definitely. OIC, there's foreign sales up there waiting for either take profit or stop loss. So the stop loss, I don't think you see on the level 2. To my knowledge, you don't see that. If someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you see people stop losses. Pro fast guy, I can't see you eating pizza for whatever. You act like you're so healthy. I thought you were gonna judge me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Versus stop market becomes a market order when triggered. You don't see it. Yeah. That is what I thought. I just did not want to. I did not want to tell you something when I could be wrong. So that's one thing I'm not gonna, or I'm gonna try not to do, guys. I'm not gonna try to bullshit you guys. Like, if it's like an obvious fact, like it either is or is not, and if I don't know, I'm not gonna tell you I know. Market's just kind of chopping around here. Maybe that short's gonna work out. We shall see. Almost there. Got some orders that came up, pushing the market down. Probably selling this too early.
Order filled.
But it's okay. Up to 627. Almost halfway to my goal for tonight. I don't want to personally be too greedy with my shorts right now. We are gapping up. Gapping is not the right word. We are supporting up. We have not broken any trend lines to go really short. I'm just, when I have been shorting, I've been shorting at levels where I thought we would try to find support lower before moving up, which is not the best trading. It's harder to trade that way. Maybe. Maybe short if we see a decent sweep through VWAP. Yeah. The hard part about shorting is if you're not trading like a market, like it hits this number, it auto buys. Sometimes it can be really hard to get into a short. Even, I mean, a long too sometimes, but when true shorts work, typically they happen so fast. Like you don't have time to grab your mouse and click market sell to get in. Like it happens so quick that it can be frustrating. You want in, but you can't get in quick enough. And then when you get in, it finds supports and goes up at least temporarily, and then you get out of it because you're frustrated. Does anybody else have similar opinions when it comes to shorting like that? It can just be really hard to get into the parabolic shorts. They happen so quickly. I kind of like the idea of buying at 41. EMA there, you could support off of. I think it's also VWAP. No, VWAP's 47. Maybe short if we see decent sweep. That was a nice short. Yeah, it was nice. I mean, obviously I could have took it for more profit, but oh well. Things if I had 2 contracts I would do differently, but that being said, I didn't have 2 contracts, and I don't know if personally, I don't know if I would want to trade 2 contracts at that trade where I entered. Yeah, it was a good entry based on what happened, but it was also a riskier setup that could have just pushed up more and more, and then I would have been either trying to average with a start of 2 contracts or just stopping out at twice the size. I preferred the 1 contract, especially where I'm at the night. I'm already green, $600 per account now. Was like 500, 400 before, and my profit target for the day, and I have tomorrow as well. Not that I do much trading at work, but you know, I only need to make about another 1,000 or just under 1,000. I don't need to do anything crazy. So a less confident setup, I'm not going to go heavy in. Profast guy, I really enjoy me. DiGimio? Oh, maybe that's DiGiorno. I don't know. Pizza. I'm jelly now. I just don't eat often because I usually eat the entire pizza at once. Now I have to treat myself to one tomorrow night. On sale here too. Yeah, nice. They are sale. Yes, Solo Hunter. Yeah, but how are you supposed to know we won't test that 575 level first before a real breakdown. Yeah, exactly. And that's like kind of my thought was like I was just looking for a pullback to like kind of the EMA level and not even the furthest EMA. And I didn't want to get trapped in a 575 level test or potentially breakout. It just taking the short was fine. It just I wasn't gonna on one contract not take profits while in the green. And now, I don't know. Maybe we flush here. Looking dicey. What y'all think? I think we probably just support, but I kind of like this little support off this. I'm gonna buy it.
Order
Like,
submitted.
I'm gonna try to buy it. Guess I have to buy
Order
it. Oh
submitted.
shit! I'm just gonna run. Let me get in. Please, let me in, please.
Order filled.
I like this potential support here to maybe. You don't even have to ask for it to get all the way back, but maybe 55 is a pretty safe bet.
Order submitted.
It looked like it want to at least try to bounce here. Not a lot of orders stopping it on the long side, so it could push to 55 pretty quick. Yep, it does. I got my NASDAQ to the right. Well, I have NASDAQ bookmap here, charts here, and ES bookmap and charts over there. So if I'm looking to the left, I'm probably looking at ES. See if we support here or not.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Could be a quick little rejection off that. Bounce back up. And maybe go up or go right back down. I don't know. But definitely looked like a little area of chop if we hit that lower level again, which it looks like is playing out. I had a previous buy at 47, so my sells at
Order
47.5.
filled.
So essentially, I'm at an entry of 43 now, and I paid for fees with going higher. So it's looking good. That target of 55 is probably too soon, but it's okay. Well, let's move it up a couple.
Order
57.
filled.
Actually, I'm going to move it higher. That looks really strong. 62.5. That was a nice strong rejection from there. I don't per se love this pullback that happened. That's also just this quick down now, which that sucks. But it was looking like it was going to run. Profast guy took one on that bounce up 230. I'm out. Nice. Yeah, no, it was a nice bounce. Didn't that wick back down? I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, it kind of was a wick down just slightly past this previous high. So I mean, not like super bearish, but it would have been nice to have like a clean like sweep to like the mid 60s or something, like kind of more at the previous high of the session. But we did have, like, if you look over here, resistance there. So I mean, it's a logical area for the market to get to and pause. And you also got to think too, all the people who maybe bought this trade when I did, they were initially targeting 55 roughly, maybe just like me. Possibly. I'm not saying everybody trades like me, but there was maybe a group of people that thought similarly to me, and they maybe didn't move their stop. So it got to just over 55 and pulled back. And then that same group of people that get out, they might have said, "Oh shit, that was strong," and bought back. And now maybe we move higher. Who knows? Got a little bit more action on the level 2 from buyers and sellers right now. We got some 53, 54, and looks like my bookmap's frozen. It's not. There we go. But yeah, more action going on the bookmap, more orders coming in. So probably get a breakout to one side. I'm thinking long, but kind of looks like a little triangle here. But gotta break that 60 level for it to go higher. Looks like those orders got taken off at around the 59. 58. And get a little push here through the 60s. That would be what I am looking for. But trying to be patient, but at the same time I'm starting to get impatient. So in my head I'm like, just close it, lock in the profit. And I might do that. And if I just do it randomly, just know it's probably not an impulsive decision because I'm thinking about it right now. And have been thinking about it. It's like, it looks like for a second it wants to rip and then it just doesn't. My fear is it just doesn't. It goes all the way back down to 40. Take it.
Order filled.
Took it right before the little drop down, so that's perfect. So at about 900, and well, I guess the other three are just under 900. But don't ask me why they're not. They're like that. Probably because I did some market orders and whatnot. And yeah, that was kind of my fear, that we would get that dip down, and that's exactly what happened. So this is an example of not getting greedy and it working out. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, I would appreciate that. It helps me, helps grow this channel, and then hopefully we can get more people on here and we can all hang out, grow this channel together, and make it, a beneficial place for everybody to learn and bounce ideas off each other. But yeah, this could be a zone where we kind of chop in for a while, long and short. Got a lot of sell orders there. Resistance, I mean, it's hard to say. Down here, there's not a ton of orders either way, so market makers just buy, sell the market, keep it, people chopping around while they're accumulating probably in whatever direction they end up wanting to go. Hard to say, but till we truly start breaking out, I don't know if I would want to buy high. Just that's what my thought would be. Would be to try to, if you're gonna take a trade right now, just realize it could be a choppy environment for a little bit unless we break lower or we break higher. It's kind of like a perfect area for the market to just chop around in, I think. And it doesn't mean there can't be good money to be made here, but certain strategy, I would say, needs to be applied. But 1 hour in, I'm just gonna say 900. The other ones that aren't slightly 900, I mean, whatever. Basically 2/3 to goal in 1 hour. I'm just mad chilling at this point, waiting for something better. I'm not gonna rush into this. One thing I've noticed in general, even before I started live streaming, but sometimes after you start live streaming, you go and actually watch yourself trade. And when I'm more relaxed and I'm less rushing into every little thing, I tend to do better. FOMO, basically FOMO gonna kill you, you know, like FOMOing in and out of stuff and like crazy is not smart. Sometimes it pays off, but on average, no. Got some sweet and spicy jalapeno chips. Since we're not being healthy tonight, might as well. Joy bull flag on the 5 minute. Yeah, I didn't say that. I'd like to see it like flag a little bit more before I'd say that, but like, yeah. And that's kind of why I was like, we could chop around here for a while, in a flag like pattern, and then hopefully we break long. But if not, you know, either way, eventually we break. But yeah, this could be a flag pattern where we sit in this flag pattern for a while, chopping. Where is it? Yeah, this one, the other night, like, we went short. This would have been a bearish flag, actually, but nonetheless, a flag. And we didn't get you know, that took a long time to play out. Eventually, we got a huge gap up. But like that sort of environment can be really frustrating. So I mean, looking pretty bearish right now. Could we just keep that pattern going? Yeah, probably do. But that's what I'm saying. These when you're in this little tight little range, well, maybe not super tight, but it can be challenging. 1 second you want to be long, the next second you want to be short. You guys in any trades? Or I know someone said they were in one from the 20s earlier. Felix from the 421s. $702. Oh, 702. Where's 702? I don't see no 702. Oh, 702 is a time. I was gonna say, I started looking at ES, like, okay, that don't make sense either. Okay. Cool. That short down. Never on sim. I grabbed 30 points on that long at the start. A couple points playing range here. Nice. Yeah, that was the trade so far, for sure. $5.70 a 4 hour. We didn't get 570 though, so that sucks. Oh, my take profit hit. Okay, it did hit. Okay, cool, good. Yeah, I don't know. That's the hard part about flags. The flag about to break, maybe. And then as soon as we think that we all get in, the market does the opposite. Pushes it right back up. I mean, that's what's frustrating about these markets. It might go down. Might not. I could see it going down to like 35 or something and then coming right back and pissing all y'all off. And now it looks like it's trying to go up. It might not see it, and now it looks like it's going up again, guys. I just don't know if that's really. Got to be careful when you get to resistance and support levels and an environment like this. It looked one way, and it's really just about to flip right back. The bull flag is gonna break short just because it wants to break the rules. I mean, maybe. Also, think about a pattern where it all fits and it just kind of breaks, like you have like a false breakout and then it returns to pattern. You can always get something like that too, where it breaks into like the somewhere in the 30s maybe, and then it all kind of comes back. Or maybe this ends up forming more of like a descending wedge pattern, and it's actually turns out to be less of a bull flag, but more of a descending wedge, which is kind of, based off the location, could still be considered a flag, I guess. But a descending wedge is a bullish still, but allows for it to go down in trend. especially if you consider not just the session, but if you consider um, the New York session as well. We've been just. Oof. I didn't mean to do that. So well. Yeah, it's not gonna look good on this graph. But you know, we rejected and moved up. We could flag in this whole area from like 23.5 to 23.550, and it would still look pretty. It would still look like a flag pattern on the larger time scale. So something to consider. And maybe that actually supports that logic supports it moving down a little bit, just because we did go so far up. What's to say we don't kind of flag to the downside a little bit more potentially? I like it. Don't 100% agree, but there's also the opposite. We keep just breaking higher and keep gamma squeezing up. I mean, sometimes that's easier for the market to do than anything else. It's just to push it up 1,000 contracts, which is a lot, but not to somebody else, and then have all the shorts cover and 1,000 more contracts get added into the market. Gamma squeeze is kind of like, say you're short in the market and the market rips up. All those shorts are covering their positions. Into cover they have to buy, therefore squeezing the market even higher. It's more of a term I think they use not so much for futures, but like in stocks. But I mean, same principles are with stocks and futures trading, but it's more applicable to like some shit stock that's, say, really not worth the money, um, by all like the technical indicators, and like maybe it's an unprofitable company, it's trash, whatever. But for whatever reason, company starts to go up in price, gets that traction. All those short sellers they get to a point where they cover or they're forced to cover because they don't have the capital to cover the short. Um, and by doing that, the price rockets up. Like a liquidity sweep, I think that might be an ICT term. LOL. I don't know. Technically, I've heard of it. I don't know if it's a true term or not, but that's my vocabulary, I guess. I don't, whether it's real or not, I don't know. Yeah, so I think that's roughly. I mean, they make it sound like it has some other factors, but the end says, which is driven by short sellers covering their positions. Yeah, and I think it works both directions. So if you're in a bullish market or a bearish market, um, and then the market, well, no, I'm saying that's wrong. No, if you're No, if you're in a bullish market and everyone's long, and then the market starts coming down, once it starts coming down, and again, people have to get out of their longs. The only way to get out of a long is to sell it. You can create the same in inverse by the market going then lower and turning bearish exponentially, things going down, because people are forced to sell. That one might be a little harder to happen, just because the average person I think is long, but obviously it does happen. But yeah, it's a stop run liquidity sweep. Same thing, probably just different terms. Um, yeah, I kind of like this to the downside. I could see it breaking 40 and maybe supporting at 35 or 32 or something, somewhere in there. Um, just from like the technical standpoint of kind of the same. Like people are not going to want it to break 40, and if it does break 40, it's going to trigger people to sell. So these market makers might not be buying here. They might want to push it lower. They might sell 50 contracts just to, in their eyes, try to buy 100 contracts lower. Or even if it's just to buy 50 again, but at a better price, something like that, where they sell 50 above 40 for the most part, trigger that, stops and all that stuff, and then market goes down 5-10 points and they buy it up, and then the market goes right back up, and they're in the same net position but at a better price. I don't know if that's something they actually do, but maybe. What do you guys think? Is that something you think institutions or hedge funds or AI algo or something could try to do? Never on Sim. That would be a fun power to wield. Well, I mean, the reality is that, I mean, if you have enough buying power, you kind of can control the market to some extent. But the other side of it is there's other people that might have the same amount of power as you, and they can undo what you just did if they want. But if they think similar to you, they'd be maybe trying to do the same thing. That's the thing. If they're like, even if they're not speaking, if institutional traders think similarly, they probably would mostly be trying to do the same things. In my thought, kind of like if you go to a doctor, like there's probably 5 different ways they could treat your high blood pressure, but most doctors are going to probably treat it one of 2 ways, even though there's 5 ways. I would assume institutional trading is similar, I don't think institutional trading is anything like the trading we do. I think it's inherently different. Looks like some order blocks came down on the level 2 from that 75 level to that more that 60, 65 in between area. Was the 400 lot did too. I mean, the crazy thing is, when you are trading live, you do have the power of affecting the DOM. Maybe not to the power of putting like a 400 lot on, but if you have 5 live accounts and you have the power of putting 15 contracts on it, all 5 of them, you could put a 75 lot on. I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think people should spoof the market, but you can. Oh, holy shit, they're putting a lot of orders down here. That's 2, 4, roughly 800 orders. So they're either spoofing, really want to get filled, or trying to push this market down. And I'm so tempted to short it right here, even though it's not a good price.
Order submitted.
I want to short here, but I kind of want to short from a better level, just because like every time we get to this zone, somehow we find a way to come back up. Yeah, no, it looks like we might push up a little bit, so 55 is really not that even a great of an entry potentially, but yo bro, good morning. Hey, good morning. It's 7 p.m. here. Where are you at? uh, oh, Kazakhstan. Cool, cool. Fast pro guy, we definitely slowed a bit. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I expected. I didn't expect. I figured we would. I figured this was gonna be a level of chop, and I'm actually a little worried about getting in a short here at 55. These people play with the super dom like it mean nothing. So, but I'm glad I didn't get in at 50 or 48 or wherever it was down there. 5:24 a.m. Okay. What time do you have to be at work, and what do you do if you don't mind us asking? Oh, full-time trader. Okay, cool, cool. So I'm assuming trading is legal in your country because there are a lot of weird countries that like they don't allow it. Bybit, Binance Prop. What? Bybit is Binance Prop. So is Bybit like just crypto mainly? So Bybit it just have yeah just crypto. Are you allowed to trade like equities and stuff like that in your country or no?
Order submitted.
Oh yeah, legal. Okay, cool. You just never know. A lot of countries got weird laws on trading, which is crazy to me. But we pay 10%, and that's it. That's not bad.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Uh, maybe it wasn't smart to go short here, but I'm trying it. Don't copy me. I don't know. I think my internet's pretty good, but maybe it's an issue on your end. maybe it's my end. I don't know. I haven't noticed any internet problems though. For me, like 20,000 USDT balance is enough. More than to make little gains, and I'm done. Unlike here with prop firms. Okay, cool. Looks like they just put 100 lot at 52. So maybe they're trying to push this thing down right now. We will see shortly. That is one thing about shorts is typically they take longer to set up. So the first time something looks bearish, you don't really have to rush into it because most likely the market's going to test the high level before it goes short. Like it did here, and potentially here be the break. We'll see. Typically just don't make a high, reload, make another high, low push it back, make a high, and then just go blunk. Normally you're gonna have some chop, and then lower high, fail. Or not. Don't have to fail.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
We are holding the 21 MA on the 5-minute. Yeah. That's true. We haven't hit it yet though, to be honest, the 21. At least not on my chart. So that could be the actual trade is hitting the 21 MA for a support up.
Order
We haven't
filled.
actually hit it. We've gotten close, but yep, at VWAP. You're right. It's just taxed under whatever tax rate you're in. So if you are in a large tax bracket and don't have deductions, you won't pay a lot of tax. Maybe like 30-40%. If you don't make much money at all, you might not pay any. It just depends. It's just taxed as income. If you hold assets for an extended period of time, I believe more than 1 year, it's considered capital gains, which capital gains tax isn't as high. But it's not day trading. You have to buy and hold. It can't be buy, sell, buy, whatever. There are some tax benefits with futures. That you can, talk to your CPA about if you live in America. Probably not eligible for those tax benefits if it's trading on sim, but maybe if you're trading in a live environment through a prop, you probably could get those. But if it's sim trading, to my understanding, there's no tax benefits to trading futures. Do we get a breakdown here, or do we support? We are at that, we're at that level of support. Now we just need to find out what the market wants to do. Right there. Kind of a descending wedge as well. Looks like we're breaking down now. Maybe.
Order submitted.
So that order at the 40s got moved to the 35s. Here we pay no matter what. If I got some money into my bank account, I have to pay it because it's gains from prop firms. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we don't have taxes like that. I mean, most of us pay our federal income tax. Well, for businesses, like stuff like this, we pay it at the end of the year. If it's like salary from a job, you kind of pay as you get paid, and then you file at the end of the year, and you finalize what you end up paying, and they either send you money back or you send them more money. One of the two. Just kind of depends. I don't want to close this. I was hoping for a reaction here. Maybe we get it soon. I don't know. It's going awfully slow. Like, what are we doing? If you are in Canada, stay under 5K and I'm sorry. You stay FinTrack radar. Oh. I don't know anything about Canada taxes. They pay a lot though, I believe. Um, short's starting to play out.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna do a profit. That 35 level might be harder to get to. There are a lot of orders coming in here, like, and not moving the market down, so. Just take it.
Order filled.
Filled. Between 1,000 and 1,100, about almost 1,100 in a couple of them. So ended up getting a little bit more of a drop. So nice short. Probably could have stayed in it longer, but I don't know. Getting impatient tonight, and it's not ideal, but it's a reality. I'm impatient right now. Don't want to hold it. I don't know. Like, that was kind of the area in my head, like, if we broke it, why don't we go down, actually? And it just didn't seem like it was doing that. So I didn't really want to keep it. Like, take my gain and just wash my hands from it, and it could just plummet at any moment. I understand that, but maybe we get a little bounce back up, and meh. I didn't want to be in it with the bounce back up. Now we're already at 42, 4 points higher than I sold, 4 or 5 points higher than I sold. So I would have been mad if I didn't sell now. So all good. Canada, if you aren't, I don't know anything yet about the FinTrack stuff. Just that any bank transaction over 5K is tracked. The props do not report to our government the gains like they do in the USA. Oh. In America, they have to file like 1099s with the IRS, so I think they have to file at the end of the year. So yeah, the government knows if you got paid from somebody. I think all it has to be is over $600, and they are legally required to do that 1099 form. Profast guy, if we are coming down, my first level is 533. The top wick around 410. Yeah. Might work. Some people say like there's like 5% or 10% rule where it's like we trade in areas, we don't trade in absolutes. Like things change slightly as they go on. So sometimes you don't want to look for like full profit on like a logical move. Sometimes you want to like take 90% because everybody if everyone is seeing the trade exactly the same and placing the orders like there, it's going to be really hard to get filled. So you're going to have some people who start placing their orders slightly above. Um, so maybe that's 37, maybe it's 38, maybe it's 35. Um, just a thought. Profast guy, dang, I didn't know it was as low as $600. I had to look it up. You're right, interesting. No wonder I got 1099. Yeah, it's only $600. I used to own some rental property, and if I had work done, like, I'd have to 1099 these people in order to put the thing on to be able to, deduct it from profits. Um, and if you pay someone more than 1099 and you don't, it'll take it, but then they fine you like $500 or something. So you're kind of in that position. If you didn't do the paperwork, you just don't report it at all, because you're gonna fuck yourself if you do. But I'm not recommending tax evasion. Not. The IRS will know, and these days they have a lot of tools in their disposal. Computer, AI. They probably have a good idea who's evading taxes, and they're probably not going after, $100 of tax evasion. They're going to go after larger amounts, but yeah, don't do it. It's bad. I already painted for someone. I like painting. Houses, that is. Not art paintings. No, thank you. That actually sounds fun right now, painting a house. Mindless. Easy. You still bearish? I don't know. I'm out. I was kind of looking for a move to the 35, and that happened. So, I mean, it definitely could be bearish for a while, but I don't know. We chop. We're chopping. Profast guy, yes. House I painted. My landlord's porch was porch for a month of rent. Oh, nice. Do you do like painting for a job? Is that like your career? It looks like it could roll over to the short side. Oh, okay. So your father, and you're probably helping him out, I assume. Cool, cool. Or learn from him, whatever. know, I could see the market trying to turn bullish just because, like, I think on a macro level we're bullish, regardless of this, like, whatever we see here. We have a run up, and then market maybe just trapping people, liquidity sweeping before a higher move up is possible, and then as shitty as it may be for some people, these orders potentially just all disappearing in the market, ripping. You know, like, oh yeah, that's right. You run a fancy laser machine plus other machines like roll form, etc. Went to school. I sent link a week ago. Remember? LOL. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, sorry. Some people have multiple jobs and do multiple things too. Here we all are day trading. I consider this work. Hobbies don't pay. Sorry. Hobby trading might be your hobby, but if it's a hobby, that means you ain't making money from it. Sorry, I'm just gonna say that if trading is a hobby for you, you don't make money from it. Like, you're not looking. You don't make serious money from hobbies. And you can love work. It's okay to love what you do. And this is kind of what I said, a break of this, like, whatever formation and a possible bounce back rejection. I know I said that earlier. That kind of happened, and it doesn't mean we don't go further to the downside, which might be happening right now. But yeah, I mean, however you spin whatever the market's doing right now, like, it's not moving much. There's not a lot of there. I don't want to say there's no opportunity, but there's not a lot of opportunity. Um, Especially if you're trading micro. If you're trading micro contract right now, and you're only trading a couple, there's not a lot of opportunity. I hate to say it. If the market's only moving 5-10 points, and you're trading micro, and you're only trading one, with like 50 cents a tick, $5 for 10 ticks. It's just not gonna be paying, much. And then you subtract fees from buying and selling. It's not that great. My job is to learn and earn, so eventually I can leave my job in like a year from now and trade full time. I'm so bored with what I do and want nothing more than to do what we are now full time. We are trading sideways right now. I'm in micro. You'll have to take like 75 trades to make anything. I am playing 1 to 3 mini. Yeah. Are those two DOMs the same in your screen on your screen? Yeah, they're the same. I could just I'm not trading. I'm only trading one thing right now, like one company, Tradeify right now. So I don't really need the other ones on, I guess. They're just there. Multiple accounts, but like they all generally with like if you trade Tradeify or you trade like Take Profit Trader, all the accounts will like fill at the same time, at the same rate. At least with market order, like maybe not with a market order, but at least with like orders put on the DOM. Oh, that's all good. They don't bother me. They weren't really doing anything for me. Uh, yeah. But it'd be nice to see a setup, but I don't know. We're just kind of like there's not a lot of reason to make a trade right now. I mean, in a mini, I could justify it because 5 points is $100, but just not a lot of movement. Be nice to make about 500 more, but meh.
Order submitted.
Try 42 to like 47 maybe. I don't know.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Just because there's those orders up there doesn't mean the market's scared to move up. It's we'll see. One thing I will say, we do kind of have this rough resistance line.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Ooh, a lot of low Vidal. Ooh, I don't Don't like this. By one.
Order submitted.
Oofda. Yeah, you're 534. It's gotta break the 535. I think you just got it. Oh, maybe.
Order submit. Order. Order submitted.
So that was
Order
just a
filled.
micro scalp, 2.5 points. Not great, but
Order submitted.
it looked like easy money. And it was. We shall see. Kind of building some support at the 32-ish, 35 level, but then some resistance at the 36, 37. Kind of need a push maybe through the 39s into the 40s to turn bullish again.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I think it's just going slow right now.
Order filled.
That was just, again, just a micro scalp. Depending what firm you're trading with, that's not allowed. I don't think TradeFi has rules against that. Even if it does, it's not the majority of my trades. I'd be fine probably. But anybody know if TradeFi has rules against micro scalping? I think they might have one off time based. Looks like we're getting that little pump.
Order filled.
Cool. About to get into that 42. I'm gonna move it to 43. Fuck it. Looks like we built some
Order filled.
43. I'm gonna take that off.
Order canceled.
We did kind of hit that trend line and stop. I'm almost to my 1500 goal. So
Order submitted.
Not 2 contracts.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Put it at 48.5. I think that'll give me slightly more than I need, or what I feel like I missed my log entry. Shit, missed it too. Nicely played. You did it, man. Nick, we trust. Thanks. I mean, it's not always gonna work. I ain't perfect. If I was perfect, I would have just bought it here. I might just take it off. I wanted to get to my like profit goal, but we are kind of at that resistance down. It looks like we might push through it right now, which would be great. But getting out of it before we get to these orders would be my plan for sure. Even if I wasn't at gearing towards my profit number, which is not really a good way to trade. Should be trading off setup, not profit number. Take it. Take it. Take it. Alright, out.
Order filled.
I've got the profit I need. Mission success. Really? I could trade more if I see a good setup, but there ain't no reason to. At least not in those accounts, but really the only accounts I had planned for tonight. Very well could push through these orders, or these orders vanish or move up. Probably the better bet. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens any minute. Yep, look like the first group of orders just got moved. So, yeah, they're just spoofing. And looks like more orders just got removed. These other ones will probably get moved too. How's everybody doing tonight wise? Any trades still? P&L? Anything interesting y'all'd like to share? Maybe we get rejection from the level. Who knows? I also kind of just went back down to hit VWAP. So VWAP is right here, right around 48. I'm sorry, I need WD-40 for this chair. It's a nice chair, but that thing need WD-40. I'm up 60 points, which I'm happy because traditionally I'm horrible in Asia. Following along with you sure helps. Oh, well, that's good to hear. And glad you're up. That's a lot, 60 points. Maybe you don't want me to do this, but 60 points times 20. If it's NASDAQ and it's mini, that's $1,200. So that's dope. Congrats, man. If it's multiple mini contracts, do the math. I mean, it's 24, 36, 48. I mean, on Sim, you can multiply unlimited. Basically, it doesn't really affect the market any. In real life, the larger you become, the more you affect the market. Which is room to think, especially if you plan to go live. I'm not saying you can't be successful live. I actually think you can, but you might have to think about your strategy. If your strategy is to buy 10 minis, you know, you're not gonna. It's gonna be a little harder to, if you're at bottom ticker or whatever. You really think your bottom tick's gonna get filled? with 10 minis. Might not. Or you're a top ticker or whatever they say those are. And I don't really think these people are as perfect as they say they are either. Not very many people can consistently buy the bottom tick, especially at 35 contract size. I'm sorry. If you're doing that, that is sus. I don't care what pictures you're posting. I don't see no account number. There are a lot of things I'm not seeing. You could just have 20 sim accounts and you could just be 35 contracts on a whole bunch of them. Yeah, one of them is going to work. I don't know who would waste their time doing that, but man, I blocked those fools. So stupid. Yeah, I mean, it's stupid on multiple levels. I don't know if it's real, and it's probably fake. Also, on some of these platforms, you can go back in time and trade it. So, like, you can just lie on your platform, basically. If they're doing that, that's really comical. Because I don't know why people care. Like, I don't care if someone made $1 million. If ProFast Guy made $1 million tomorrow, I'd be happy for him. But if he tells me he made $1 million, and I don't believe him, I'm still happy for him. I don't care. Like, it doesn't affect me. Like, it's just silly. And also, like, if I made $1 million, yeah, it could be like a cool way to grow the channel or something, like try to post it live. But like, what does it do me to tell anybody that? Like, you probably shouldn't tell people that. Give me 559 so I can be done. Block those fools, so stupid. Wow, it went to 58 and gapped down. I got out for 10 instead of a loss. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone full porting 35 contracts. We did the math last night. It was like the rough equivalence of $17 million of stock or something like that. Like, I don't know who was day trading $17 million of stock. It's insane. It stopped me out and blew right past. Well, good thing it stopped you out. Yeah, and that's the tricky part. It's like, it's easy to want to be short here. But from the other angle, I see it long too. You look at the overall structure of the market and not just from a narrow perspective. Sometimes you see it from a different lens. And another thing is time in the market. Like, if you see these sorts of things happening over and over and over again, you start to get it's like watching, a replay. Like, you haven't seen what the market's gonna do. You don't know, but like, you just have a good idea. The more you see it. It's like anything else in the world. Like, if you're a mechanic and you change oil in a car and you check the dipstick maybe every time and you see, oh, this got sludge in it, you're expecting the oil to be like a certain way. It's like similar. Same with a doctor. Like, they see XYZ symptoms. Like, yeah, they maybe do tests to confirm, but like, they probably already have a good idea of where the treatment's going based off of like a few things you told them. Signs and symptoms. They just do some lab tests and like maybe some x-rays, whatever, just to confirm, because lawsuits XYZ. But they probably know. So I think the more you're in the market, you can become kind of like that too. Um, and it's not to say, oh, you've been in the market for 10 years, whatever. Um, you're always going to be right. No. Because now we're at the point where we're getting close to like high of session again, um, which is 64, 68, 68. So whoever said they got filled at 70, how did you get filled at 70? I didn't really look into that so much before. But yeah, we could sweep high and go lower. That would be another thing to look at. Um, definitely possible. This whole flagish pattern could continue. Move. Now sweep liquidity right back the opposite way. We just got them out long, short, or we just got them out on the long. Now we get people out from the short side. You know, who knows? And also the kind of the interesting thing is we got 2, 4, 5, and they moved all the way up there. Essentially, we got roughly 800 contracts they'd be tooling with. They'd be moving all over the place. Nick, let's hit a huge banger trade. I'm feeling shorts coming soon. Yeah, I kind of am too, but I have my risk and reward at this point for these accounts is kind of like not a lot of reason to trade anymore tonight. So yeah, sorry. Well, for next week, no matter what, I will be ready and prepared at the PC 30 minutes before market open. I wasn't ready with my levels. I'm basically trading naked chart up 322, so meh. Well, 300 some bucks, not bad. Alright, man. Have a good night. Make sure you get that deodorant. Don't want to be a stinky. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I don't want to embarrass my... If I do it, Versa, can I post it in Discord and say how much money I made today? I made 150,000 today.
Order filled.
35 contracts. Long, baby, long. Let's double it.
Order filled.
I can't. It won't let me do 100.
Order submitted.
I was gonna do 105. It won't let me. And the thing is that's comical about this, guys. If you were to buy 35 contracts or 70 contracts, you would jump the market up to over 70. Like, there's not that many orders sitting on the market. Someone buys 70 contracts, we would have broke out on session, which inherently probably would have caused more people to buy the market. Like, it's not rational. Oh my god, I'm down $1,500. Oh well, it's fake money. I have practice. I could have lied. No one ever saw my monthly P&L. I showed you and made clear the 60K profit was practice. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to do it and post it on Discord and say it was a practice account. It's a different story to do it and say it's live and they're true profits. If someone's posting profits in their practice account and not saying it's a practice account, that's ridiculous. Because why would I care that you can YOLO 35 contracts in a practice account and make money? But you know what, Versa Profast guy? If this strategy works out, YOLOing 35 contracts, we're going to have to do it live. I'm just saying. Ain't no way we can't take this money in real life. Is that a thing, blowing practice accounts? I don't even know. Maybe they'll see your practice account up so much and they'll give you a free account. Say, bet. You're such a good trader. Here's a free account. Oh my god, though, imagine, like, only a few ticks down and it's like red 2,500. Like, ew. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. You're not supposed to use your any account to do stupid shit. Like, what's the? There's no, literally no point of this. This is literally it. Just we're trolling. Like, cause you have to think you could do this with on a sim account, two sim accounts. You pick a price level, and one account you go up 35 contracts, and the other you're down. But you buy one, you short the other, and one of them's bound to be right, and then post the profits from one of them. Oh, I shorted 35 contracts here. How smart am I? Oh, I long 35 contracts here. Look at me. You're right either way in one of the accounts. You only share the one you're right in. Be able to do the same in real account except the emotions become different when it's real money and it's not as easy. I found out, damn emotions. Yeah. That's why I stay single. Damn emotions. Well, I mean, maybe one day you can get over some of your emotions. You're short? Well, you're going to be wrong, Versa. We're going up to the moon. 2,300 plus right now. Woo woo.
Order filled.
Woo, 6K. Woo, woo, woo. 35 long now. Let's pump. You know what, Profast guy? I have no idea. I don't even know who that is. I don't know, but I also don't really care. If anyone had got that much time to fake trade on YouTube, that's just stupid. Almost up 10K, Versa. Woo, 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 woo. This gonna be a hell of a Discord post, guys. Woo, woo. 35 contract. 35 contract for the win. Woo, 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 woo. I'm gonna buy a Rolls Royce tomorrow. We're gonna make $500,000 tonight, boys. I'm going house shopping, car shopping. I'm gonna do all the shopping. Buy one of them real fancy watches. I don't even know the brand. Oh, come on. You know you just want to rip up 50 points. Because what's a 50 points on a 35 lot? 20. Times 35. Times 50. Yeah, that'd be like 35 grand. We would go up 50 points. You can't do YOLO with a stop loss, Versa. That's actually a valid point. The whole point of this is no risk. It's sim. Let it play out. It might work eventually. Eventually. Might not be till tomorrow, but eventually. You might be like 3 million in the red at one point, but eventually it'll work.
Order filled.
Oh my god, guys. I made $10,000 off a 70 and 30 and then half reduction. I made $10,000 in 10 minutes. I'm worth $1,000 a minute, guys. I'm so good. I'm so fucking good at this. I bottom tick that shit, guys. Yeah. Another thing you guys really have to ask yourself, do you think if someone bought 70 contracts where I did, and if they bought, and then the opposite, they sold 35 contracts when I did, that wouldn't have changed the market at all? I'm not saying like there's no orders on the market and there's that little volume, but during Asia, you don't think huge buys like that would affect the price of the market at all? And that you would be able to buy and sell them easily at one fixed price? It's just kind of crazy. Maybe in New York you could buy some blocks at 35 easier. Even then the market might kind of like pause for a second at them. That's a big order block. Because I've traded New York with live accounts and like multiple accounts copy trading, and sometimes like on one account it fills and the next one it doesn't. So like, yeah, you bottom ticket, great, but it didn't get filled everywhere. It is what it is. I'm not gonna do it, but if y'all want to post screenshots of my P&L and stocks, and say Nick trade with Nick up over 10K, y'all do what you want. When you copy trade, all the accounts didn't get filled exactly the same, or is that because you're copy trading multiply? I mean, it depends how the firms have it set. Their sim trading set, I suppose. Typically, when it's all done through a Tradeovate, they're kind of at the same rate, but it could be different. Um, but when it's live, think about it this way: you're only trading what's actually getting traded. So you only enter if not just it gets to your price, but it gets to your price and your contract gets filled. It doesn't matter if everyone else's contract could get filled but yours. You're not in until your contract gets filled. And same on the opposite way. So when it's live, it's not the sim. That's where a sim can be nice sometimes, depending on the firm and how they do their sim trading. It's easier to get in and out. Like Top Step on what's it called? Rhythmic, I noticed was actually harder. Like you have to get above. You have to the order to sell one order at the below price. It has to be sell one tick above tick contract per contract. So it's actually harder, kind of. But and then Tradeovate, I'd say it's easier. It just has to get filled at that price. That's what I've noticed. Oh well. The trolls will be trolls. It's okay. The end of the day, we all want to do well. I didn't know. Now I do. Thanks. I want to pass 1XFA. Then I want to try copy trading. Yeah. For I don't know about the Top Step and their what's it called? Project X. I don't know. Never really. I used it once. I really don't know how that works. So I'm not sure if all the Project X's are the same because a lot of firms use that Project X stuff now. But my thing I would just recommend just to pay attention to if you just watch it closely, you can kind of figure it out. Especially on the not the minis but the micros where you have 10 contracts and you're watching them partly get filled. Are they getting filled because there's an order being bought at a higher price, or are they getting filled because they're getting bought at that price? You can copy trade 5 accounts. It's right in the settings. Yeah, you can within one firm. On X, you can copy trade 5 Top Step accounts, but only Top Step. You can't cross brokerage stuff. I'll be on Halcon in the morning. Halcyon? I don't know how you say that. Halcyon? In the morning, new account. Nice. They look like they have some interesting stuff. They just seem so small. I'm just a little nervous to the account I want from them is expensive as hell, and because I want that 1 million account. Don't ask me why I need the biggest account, but I want the biggest account almost always. And they have 1 million, and it's like over 1,000. So I struggle paying $1,000 for someone I don't know if they're gonna pay me or not. Halcyon. That sounds like a drug. Halcyon. They give drugs there? Halcyon? That's a drug. Halcyon is a drug. It makes you go to sleep. It makes, like, it's supposed to relax you, I believe, and kind of make you maybe like very mildly sedated. I'm pretty sure that's a drug. Probably spelled differently though, but sounds the same. Yeah, it's spelled differently. Halcyon, the drug, is Halcion. But interesting. Yeah, you said the same thing I just said. So. Profast guy, I would have never known that if you didn't just mention that. I just know I work in the medical field, so like I'm around some of these things, I guess. So. All my stuff closed. I don't even like to take Advil. Same. I don't like to take meds. I mean, if you're like given blood pressure meds, like, or something like along those lines, like, yeah, you better take that stuff, or the side effects. The consequences of not taking those meds are worse, but like, if I'm in a little bit of pain, I'd rather be in a little bit of pain than take meds. I need to get to 500. I need one more trade. They make me nervous. Profast guy, you might know, so like the Halcyon, whatever, like, whatever funded account, the Ultras or something, I think it's called. So if you get a $1 million Halcyon account and you get it passed, and they move you into Sim, then you do well in Sim. Do they really give you a funded account at that same like risk parameters of like let me go to it real quick. ultra accounts. Like, well, this is the 1 million I was talking about. Profit target 60, EOD 45. So if I really do well in this, they're gonna give me. I guess it would be a sim account, and then they would transfer my profits over, and then I probably just couldn't break 0. I'm assuming. It sounds like you know somebody who works there. Could you get like their legal contracts for traders, like an example one, so like we could review it, just to like know all the rules and everything? I'd be interested in like reviewing one of their like some other contracts for like live funded and just in general. That would make me feel a little bit better about spending the money with them. Because like my plan with like would be to like if I bought like that, I think you can get it like 30% off. So it's like I don't know, like $900 roughly. You would just minimum trading days 10. So you're looking at making. You want what now? Like if they could. Sorry, I missed. It's all good. If like, you know how you are funded with a firm, you get like a contract, like, so there's like a mutual contracts between you and them. So like, there's established like rule and it's legal. It's a legal contract. With the rules and everything. I would like to have like an example. Like I know they're not gonna like make one for me, or for anyone that's not there yet. But like just like their example one that is everyone's, just without anybody's name on it. Just so we could like look into like the rules more for like a funded account and see. I mean just the details of how getting paid and maybe things that would stop you from getting paid and just things like that. But like if I pass this account and they make this live, like this $1 million account, they're really going to give me access to 40 minis. I mean, that's a lot. But that's an expensive account too, so I mean, I've just never seen account sizes so big before. Like, I've seen like places where you're allowed to have 20 accounts or whatever, like at Apex, but I've never seen like a 1 million account before. And I don't really think it's a 1 million account. If you think about like a 150k account being having 15 contract leverage, this just really 2.5-ish times that, so it's almost the equivalence of 3 150k accounts in my opinion. It's more like a $400,000 or $450,000 account, but they call it the 1 million. Should probably be the $500,000, but that's my opinion. One thing I do like about that, from just like simply looking, some of the accounts with companies, as you get higher, their profit target and EOD drawdowns like get really skewed. Where like this is 25k 15, 60/45 is, I think, about the same, like, ratio. Yeah, it's the same ratio. Where that's one thing I like. They're not like, sometimes they make the as you go higher up in account, they make the EOD drawdown like significantly, like the ratio gets like harder. Um, they didn't do that here, which is nice. So I feel like if you trade this smart, especially with like if you're doing it with like a live account or a funded account, like it's just like a matter of time. Maybe if you have a live account, you average like a grand in every day. You just copy trade it, and you bump up the the contracts maybe to like 2 of whatever you normally do, and like you just wait, and in a month this thing gets passed. I think where they win is that you get people going crazy doing 45 contract. I'm gonna go in 45 contracts, and they just blow up. Um, Looks like the market's had a little bit of a dip. Kind of goes to what we were talking about earlier. The market maybe break out of the high, and then liquidity sweep back down. So I don't remember who said that, but yep, that's exactly what happened. That one and the one for sim funded too, because like once you're getting sim profits, like, or actually maybe it's just the ultra account agreement in general. Like when you buy the account, you probably sign something. I don't know how it works. I never bought anything with them. But some firms you sign an agreement when you before, either like right before or right after you buy the any account, and it has basically all the rules and everything in it. It's nice versus just looking at their website and seeing what you see. It's like basically, as part of the agreement, you will be granted power of attorney over a sub account at our broker, allowing you to make trades on the account's behalf only. Okay, thank you. I just think it's an important thing to review, especially for a firm you don't trust yet. And I'm not saying there's a reason to not trust them, but they are newer, and yeah. Definitely vet these companies you're paying money to, you know. You do it for other things. You do research before you buy a new computer. You do research before you buy a car. You should do some research before you just throw money at prop firms, because there's probably some that you shouldn't throw money at. And I'm not here to tell you which ones they are. I don't need to give a bad rap to some. And it's just really not fair, because I could have a bad experience with one, but they might be a good company, but to me they're bad. And I haven't really had a bad experience at any prop firm. I just think there are some that are a little slimy. Yeah, exactly. Yes, it says detailed instructions for rewards will be provided in your agreement, and that's what I'm like kind of saying. Like, I would like to see an agreement. Like, why would I want to sign up for an account before I see the details? Dope. Appreciate it. Where do you think the market's targeting? Do you think this is just a little dip and then we rip higher, or do you think we're actually targeting to like a low maybe in the 40s or 50s or lower? Well, I think I'm gonna head off. It's almost 9. I'll be up for a little bit. So actually, let me post the Discord in here. See if anybody wants to join Discord, they can. I'll be up for a little bit. If y'all want to message me or whatever, or message the channel, you can. But not really looking to take any more trades right now, so invite people. No. Alright, I posted the Discord in the chat, so if you're interested in joining the Discord, you're more than welcome to. There's not a whole lot on it yet. I'll be working on that hopefully a little bit this weekend. Just realized I'm relatively new to the streaming, content creation, X, Y, and Z, so all that stuff is a work in progress. But it is a cool place. There's some cool people there. Bounce some ideas off. And yeah. Enjoyed having y'all. Like and subscribe. It's been fun. And hit me up on Discord if y'all got any questions or whatever. Want somebody to look over something. I'll be there. Alright. Have a good night, guys.